Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, and Rivers Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, met on Saturday with members of the Rivers State Elders Council and as well as the Speaker of Rivers State House of Assembly, Amaewhule, in Port Harcourt. The meeting comes amid ongoing political tension in the state and was attended by key figures, including the Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Amaewhule, and Chairman of the Elders Council, Chief Ferdinand Alabraba. Photos from the meeting were shared by the FCT Minister's aide, Lere Olayenka, who described the gathering as a sign of unity among stakeholders. He noted that Wike, Fubara, and other leaders appeared together, emphasizing that the political family is fully united. Although details of the discussions were not made public, the presence of major political actors signals an ongoing effort to strengthen harmony and stabilize the Rivers State political landscape following months of internal division. What do you make of these developments?
Well, in law, although I'm not a lawyer, but the lawyers will always say ipso loquito, that the facts are clear. These are facts that are overwhelming. The governor has gone back to his family. You remember, a few days before the PDP primaries, that was where it was signed, sealed, and delivered that Siminalayi Fubara will be the next governor of Rivers State. So going back to Alabraba's house is more of a significant move. It's strategic and it's wise.
Why is it significant, in your opinion?
He's come back home. That's his immediate political family. And in life...
What is the significance? You say going back to
where
Alabraba's
house. I said
Alabraba's house. What's the significance of Alabraba's house?
That was where the idea of him becoming the governor of Rivers State was fully conceived in that stakeholders meeting, and it was agreed that all votes should go to Siminalayi Joseph Fubara in the primaries. And what happened at Obiwale Cultural Center was more like a confirmation of a family decision that was reached in Alabraba's house. So he's gone back to his roots, he's gone back home. Like you now, if you have a close family meeting with your immediate family, do you allow strangers like us to be part of the meeting? If you have a closed-door family meeting with your immediate family to discuss very sensitive and important issues, do you allow strangers like us to be part of that meeting? The answer is no. So he's gone back to his immediate family. And Rivers State is peaceful, and I call this the real Rivers United.
The real Rivers United. You're now giving it a football club name. No. But then moving forward, I asked this question because recall that in the last service, interdenominational service, yes. Should I call it a Thanksgiving service, that the governor held in preparation of the Independence Day, it was said that all the loyalists of the FCT capital minister, Nyesom Wike, none of them attended that particular service, from the Rivers State House of Assembly to the local government chairman. And then there were concerns, that could be a pointer that the peace that we have so much doubted, that it's currently on ground in Rivers State, may not really be peace, in the true sense of the word. Even though some persons said that the governor did not extend the invitation to those people, so they were not available because there was no invitation. But then one would say, to a large extent, coming from that background and this meeting now, are you saying, because recall that you said it when the emergency rule was lifted, that Rivers State is now at peace. You said that, and after that Thanksgiving said something different, and now we are having this meeting. Are you now saying that this meeting is more of a consolidation?
Okay, let me correct an impression. First, you say none of the governor's loyalists attended that Thanksgiving service. Samuel Wanosike was there. Sam Oge was there. Eberechi Adele was also in
How many current local government chairmen were there?
You said none of the governor's loyalists. Well, so let me correct that.
I was specific. I said my interest, my interest is not in the people who had served. My interest is in the people who who can cripple governance right now? If
Samuel Wanosike is the
former local government
chairman. The chairman of River State Waste Management Agency.
Former local government. That's an appointed position, so the governor can choose to remove him.
Sam Oge is the chairman, River State Primary Schools Management Board.
Is that position not by appointment?
Wabara is the chairman, River State
All appointed positions.
Board. Also, do not forget that 28th of September was the birthday of Right Honorable Martins Chike Amaewhule. So maybe his colleagues decided to celebrate with him. He must have gone to. I'm not speaking for him, but personal interest supersedes group interest.
When you say stuff like this, I mean, it makes me want to laugh, because that was a Thanksgiving service. The speaker could
and this is also a birthday.
The speaker could as well choose, in the interest of peace and the fragile peace in River State, choose to also celebrate his Thanksgiving service in that same service while he does his reception elsewhere. But that's not the point. The point I'm making is that the people you mentioned that were in that Thanksgiving service were all people who occupy appointed positions, whose positions are by appointment and by the discretion of the governor. So the governor could choose to relieve them of their duties if they failed to attend. But that's not the angle I'm looking at. I'm looking at positions that can actually cripple governance in the real sense of the word and cause crisis, just like we experienced between the executive and the legislature. I'm looking at elective positions, not positions that are appointed.
Now,
I hope you understand what I mean.
Let me correct something.
Still go ahead.
You know, this man is a speaker. He's been through trauma between October 2023 and September 2025. As a speaker of River State House of Assembly, I'm not sure this kind of incident. So maybe he went to thank God for a peaceful resolution.
It's all right.
To also commemorate with his, but I'm not speaking for him.
Very well. I can understand your position, even though I find it very hilarious. But then I asked that this meeting that was held, you know, this unity meeting, I call it unity meeting because Lera Olayinka said that River State political elites have united, correct? Now, my question is this significant? Is it significant or a clear pointer to the fact that peace right now is no longer as fragile as it used to be? Does this concretize anything in River State political landscape moving forward?
Of course, it is significant, it's a wise move, and it's also strategic, given the fact that in life, you must definitely go back to your source. And your source determines your size and growth.
Now, the question I would want to ask is, now, I scanned through the picture of the people who were in attendance, and I tried so hard to find, because I mean the story says Rivers elders. We know that Rivers elders were balkanized at some point and had factions, as it were. Now, the other faction supporting the governor, I tried so hard to see them in that picture. I did not. What does that say moving forward?
Were they there when the idea of Joseph Siminalayi Fubara becoming the governor of River State was muted? Were they part of the process? So the governor has gone back to his immediate family. So I don't know why all these.
A lot of them were part of the process, like but chose not to support. Wait, hold on. But you could say they were there, but they did not agree with the outcome of that meeting. However, one would expect that when reconciliation is being made, it will be holistic. Because I am looking at possible people who feel they have been sidelined in the peace process, trying to come up with one crisis or another. I know that this particular question might be irritating to you, but it's a concern that I think is valid.
It's not irritating to me. I'm open to questions, and I'll tell you that which I know. For me, them not being part of it, that means it's not necessary, given the fact that absolutely they were part of the crisis merchants. And if they were part of the crisis merchants, the best thing you should do when you want to solve crisis is to remove the cause of the crisis. It's more like a surgery. And surgery is painful. Yes.
So moving forward, we should expect that moving forward, governance should kick off in full.
Governance have started in earnest in Rivers State since on the 19th of September. Governance have started.
What I said is kicking off in full. I am not questioning whether governance have started
in a permanent
or not.
Secretary. You also removed the board of Rivers State Microfinance Agency and also put in an active managing. Governance have started in full.
One would say to a large extent that is, you know, pulling down the bus structure.
I don't know.
Well,
but since I'm
telling you,
those changes,
yes.
Has there been any dissenting voice? The answer
My
is
question
no.
is not the dissenting voice. My concern is, for example, since 18th of September, I think that was on the 19th of September when the Rivers State House of Assembly resumed their legislative functions. They called on the governor to submit the budgets and also nominate commissioner appointees. And till now, that has not happened. It was just of recent that the governor, I think last week, that the governor, you know, sacked the commissioners who were affected by Supreme Court judgments. One would expect that, you know, having been out of service for 6 months, you know, we will hit the ground running. So it's okay for people to feel that it's not moving at the speed with which we expect that it will move.
Well, governance itself is not rocket science. It's not a chemical reaction that is rapid and spontaneous in approach. It's a process.
All right.
So I believe they are consulting. And at the fullness of time, the white smoke will definitely come out. I will know who is going where and where.
Interesting. I hope